Hey guys, Faith and Faith Gaming here. I hope you're well. Guys, got another matchup replay from a match I played yesterday. It's Tomb Kings versus Beastmen, and I'm playing Tomb Kings. I thought I'd try and play a couple of units or a couple of factions that I never really play. I always release a lot of Crooked Moon stuff and yeah, kind of high elves, but never really play Tomb Kings or anything else. So I thought I'd have a quick game, kind of friendly game with my brother. Um, just to go through my armies very quickly. So I've got four of these skeleton warriors with just normal skeleton warriors with swords. Two sets of tomb guard on kind of either flank, right and left. Um, um, Shabati with great bows. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so apologies. Two sets of skeleton archers. Two sets of skeleton spears in the rear there. I want for a bit of protection to make great bows on my archers. And two sets of these Nakara warriors. I played against them in the past. They're pretty decent, so I thought I'd take a couple of them. A Necrotech and High Queen Khalida on a yeah, whatever that thing is, Necro something. Um, as well as no Tombkin player ever leaves the house without two sets of Tomb Scorpions, or at least one Tomb Scorpion. He's taken, I think it's four of these Goreherd with shields, one set of Vestigors, two sets of Minotaurs on either right and left, here and here, two sets of Goreherds with shields, and two sets of these Razor Gores on right on either flank. He's taken a Gorebull as well as a hero unit, and Malagor the Dark Omen in the centre there. Sorry, the Ungor Spearheads. It's four of those. Like I said, I put some full speed. I never really played Tomb Kings, and when I play against people Tomb Kings, I always get very defensive. They've normally got two of these great bows. I was a bit worried about just being kind of just being heavily outnumbered and not being able to hold them back and not getting the use from the great bow. So I held back and only took one and just spent a little bit more on some quality melee units, and just thought we'd give it a go like that. My initial thought is the two sets of Minotaurs, they need to disappear. The Razor Gore Herds I know are a pain, and I do want to keep my archers and my great bows alive, so concentration on kind of keeping my spears near to try and protect these guys. I want to stretch out my front line a little bit more, so I push forward, knowing that he hasn't really got any kind of Centaurs or any super flanking power. Just these two sets of Razor Gores here, which they're going to be a pain because they're going to rampage, so they're going to fight for quite a while. But they're not. I've got no fear of those really. It's just getting those Minotaurs off the field and hoping this Gorebull doesn't get in and try and smash down my Lord quickly, because that would be kind of devastating to my morale. So just slight mix-up of formation there. These spears here then, just to kind of protect these Razor Gore Herds. So yeah, push these. I had these guys on guard mode. I don't really know why they start strolling up. I think it's because there's no line of sight behind this pillar for them. So quickly pull them back to safety. I'm looking for the Cygor as well, which is he's going to pop up any minute. Bit of a nightmare, but there's not a lot I'd be able to do against it. Just sit back and just take the punishing. Some cinematic. You can really see Beastmen in the desert very much too, I suppose. Just letting my archers sound off on these core shields. Is there anything in range at the moment? Greatbow's finally been able to send a couple of volleys off to just catch a couple of his Goreherds. He does. We do join in combat now. Let's have a quick flick around so you can see what kind of who's going to be fighting against here. I just throw these Tomb Scorpions in. They're pretty tanky. But as you can see, the Gorebull, I think this guy does. He's anti-large and armor piercing. That can only be maybe 2 or 3 hits, and that's a substantial amount of HP to have dropped in 2 or 3 hits. And you can see stretching my line out, as I did bring in a formation, bringing the kind of Tomb Guard and stuff out of my second line, just to stretch my formation out and stopped him from being able to fall in and flank around, still giving me spear units to deal with kind of his Ungor spearheads and stuff, which stops them from also being able to get into my archers, which they're not the best, but they will rack up good kills as well as these great bows, and they are expensive units. So put it back on normal speed. The plan was just to meet him head on and just weather the storm while he tries to smash our front lines. Just get these Minotaurs and stuff get them off the field. I pull these guys forward because I noticed these Minotaurs there. They're not going to do the best against them, but they're gonna put up a fight just to try and keep them off my great bows. You can see here that Gorebull is going to town on that Tomb Scorpion. He's landing some solid hits, doing some really good damage. It's lucky they are hella tanky. That's the first Celsius going off, so a bit of replenishment for everyone. We did manage to catch these Razor Gores. I think they went into the back of my Tomb Guard on this front here, which I threw my spears into the back of them. I'm not sure whether I managed to keep them pinned down, but you'll definitely lose a couple of models. I think they rampage there as well, so yeah, they're not going anywhere now. The Minotaurs that came up the centre, straight into my Nekara warriors. The spears came up to support them from the back. He does throw these Razor Gores in, or maybe they've rampaged and they get stuck in as well. But these guys, kind of point blank range against the great bows here, they take an absolute hiding. He does well to notice that and pull them out before they're absolutely fully taken apart. I think Gorebull comes in here and he tries to pick a fight with my Lord, a Scorpion, and I bring my Necrotech across to try and get some healing off on this thing. And for all his brawn, he's pretty outnumbered, and he does surprisingly, he absolutely melts. You got these three guys on him, and just gets an absolute pasting and loses his morale. These Razor Gores at Rampage, they're still going strong in the middle here, although got quite a lot of kills, but I'm thinking a lot of those kills are probably where they were fighting over here previously against kind of Tomb Guard and stuff. But yeah, they lose their way and make a run. I think we missed the second tier replenishment, and now we're on the third, so there's a good bit of healing flying around on our guys now, who, to be fair, they've held their own really well in the flanks. Just these normal Tomb Guard against kind of Ungors. Tomb Guard are a great unit, but even these just skeleton warriors fighting it out with Gores with shield. 42 kills against 50, so kind of evenly trading a bit there, and probably outnumbered as well at one stage with these Ungors as well. I'll just slow it down a second, have a quick flick around the battlefield to see what's going on. I'm pretty sure these Minotaurs that fled down the middle after getting pummeled by those just caught a nasty arrow, I'd imagine. Getting pummeled by those great bows. They've tried again to come up and get stuck in, and yeah, they found my way into their archers. But looking around the field now, the archers here, they've probably served their purpose. I think a lot of his melee's taken kind of heavy losses. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point in kind of these guys left here, Tomb Guard and Nekara warriors. He brings Malagor up, and this is, I see, an opportunity to just get rid of this guy. I spawn some of these Shbati, or however you pronounce it, on him as well, and then yeah, the plan is just to throw my Necrotech, my Tomb Scorpion, everything into him, and just get him off the field. How are these guys? So skeleton warriors trading with kind of gore herds, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Remember, they've had three sets of healing go off on them as well, and this is me chasing down his Malagor, who makes a hell of a bold move straight up the center to try and catch some of these archers out, and yeah, he's going to pay for that, and pretty quickly gets surrounded and pinned down. He does eventually win all those fights in the flank, which is to be expected. I think a lot of these guys were kind of outnumbered in the fighting and not very well supported. Got the Tomb Scorpion there, getting some obviously doing some supporting, getting 60 kills, still very, very healthy. So in his current form, these guys, he's got the Minotaurs left, which these guys could probably do some good damage to that Tomb Scorpion. But apart from the Bestigors, this is it's pretty much fodder to that Tomb Scorpion. I think you see the end of Malagor slowly starting to show the pain with Queen Khalida coming in as well, just to add to the ruin on him. These guys all trying to get into this Tomb Scorpion and get it gone, but it makes a real juicy target for my archers, which sees the Minotaurs decide to run. And I think that Malagor having the pacing that he's had, combined with everyone being pretty low, is enough to tip the scales where morale just falters and everyone everyone bolts. The only thing holding its own is the Cygor, which is crumbling by second. But it's kind of a good example there. He probably equally, a lot of his units still kind of similar-ish health. Seen some good health left on this guy's best scores with some good health left as well. But without the leadership and the morale held together by keeping Malagor on the field, just enough to get them all to run. Whereas if he'd kept Malagor back and held back, I mean, what have we got left? Some spears, some cheap stuff. We've got some Nakara warriors and stuff left, but nothing, a full set of them there, and they're going to be a dangerous unit to deal with. But throwing your morale away, throwing your leadership away, it's enough to. There's at least another kind of 6 or 7 minutes left in that fight. Granted, the 2 Tomb Scorpions probably nothing he could have done to have dealt with those, but yeah, losing your morale, kind of a lot of your army will still run away with some fight left in it. Have a quick look at the kills and stuff. Malagor getting some good kills, but yeah, probably could have got those if he'd stayed stuck in his line as well. I think the Gorebull probably would have been better off supported by another group of Minotaurs, which would have made him less of a juicy target to just kind of swamp with heroes and creations kind of thing. That's the Tomb Skeletons, Tomb Spiders, Scorpions. Gee whiz, it's Tomb Scorpions. So a lot of his units trading pretty well with mine as well. Like these Ungor Spearheads are dirt cheap, you know, and these Goreheads aren't super expensive either. But Razorgore's getting some good kills, but not really enough to warrant kind of thing. These guys can absolutely get them into the right targets and they'll shred kind of cheap infantry all day. Minotaurs, these guys getting some good kills, but I think anytime you see great bows on the field, any of your these kind of expensive low model large units are just going to get sniped. Just going to get worn down every shot that those great bows fire. Vestigor's not really paying for themselves at all. 21 kills. I mean, they should have been racking up kind of into the hundreds against the Tomb Kings, but on my side, the Skeleton Warrior is kind of 82, 55, 72, 27, kind of in prolonged melee against equally-ish matched units. They really will, with the 3 sets of healing they get, they'll rack up some good kills, and they're dirt cheap as well, so a really good pick. These guys, the Kara Warriors, I think these are the ones that took the brunt of the central Minotaur charge, so they didn't obviously get some good kills, but they did stop them from causing havoc to my great bows and killing too many of my archers. These guys, great bows, there's only 45 kills there, but I know throughout the game, I only really use them to target expensive units, whether it's best scores or mostly Minotaurs. So a lot of those kills will be against Minotaurs or kind of missed shots that have hit other things. Doom Scorpion's just doing some work. This guy not getting huge kills, but this guy getting some good kills and so much health left on them. You know, even if Malagor had kind of stayed back and not thrown himself in, the surviving units they had, they probably couldn't have coped with the 2 Scorpions on their own if there was nothing else on the field. So yeah, really good game. I think we just got to shut down those great bows and not in the process of shutting them down sacrifice good units. Kind of sit tight and wait for your opportunity. Like I said, if you use Gorebull and maybe a set of Minotaurs in tandem to try and push through the center with then maybe the Razorgore herds instead of trying to fight the flanks. Yeah, it might have been a better result for him. But yeah, GG. Still a good, enjoyable game, and I never get to play Tomb Kings, so yeah, I quite actually enjoyed that. Guys, if you like the video, give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see regular content. Yeah, check out the channel. There's quite a lot of similar-ish videos here. Uploading regular content. Until then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.